You're not mysterious. You're just afraid of posting. This whole like, oh, I want to brand myself as like a mysterious guy and I want people to generate interest. Yeah, that's not going to work for you. It's not going to work for you. You're just procrastinating. You're moving the goalpost. If you want to do anything online, especially if it's like anything creative like music or art or anything in that realm, I mean, there's so many different niches nowadays. Being mysterious is not going to get you where you want to get to. You're not Playboy Cardi. Playboy Cardi could act mysterious because before he ever dropped an album, he already had connections to ASAP Rocky, Frank Ocean, and Lil Uzi Vert. You don't have any of that. You don't have 1/millionth of the clout that Playboy Cardi had at the start of his career. This whole like, yeah, bro, I'm just gonna act mysterious and I'm gonna like not hard post on my Instagram and I'm only gonna post to my story and I'm gonna try to be all moody and dark and mysterious. Dude, that method is patched. That method is patched and it's not gonna work for you. You're just afraid to post. You know, people think that being mysterious creates attraction, and you know, like, to be fair, sometimes it can, but there has to be something worth attracting it in the first place. And honestly, if you actually care about making money, looking forward to monetization or anything like that, at some point, you gotta just, you just gotta face your fear and you just gotta start posting. You gotta start hard posting. You gotta start making content, posting content, because every single musician now is doing it. Every single musician, even the Playboy Cardi's not even mysterious anymore. He's making posts now. That mysterious stuff is dead. And honestly, even when it was somewhat alive, it was only reserved for a very, very, very small portion of people. And dude, you're not in that club. You got to leave your ego at the door. If you fantasize about being like a mysterious person, you probably just want people to like want to pay. You probably just want people to pay attention to you. Oh, well, I'm going to act mysterious and, you know, people will pay attention to me because they're going to want to know what I'm up to. And it's like, you know, for a couple of people that worked, it's not going to work for you. It's not. I think one of the worst things that the internet ever encouraged was this whole acting mysterious thing. Never posting, never leaving your mark, never voicing your thoughts, never voicing your opinions, always just kind of being in the shadows, being reserved. Dude, you're just afraid to post. It's LARP. You're LARPing. You're not mysterious. You're just afraid to post. You're the type of person that when you go to post an Instagram story, you spend like an hour looking for the right song. You tweak the picture so much trying to find like the best position, the best angle, and then you go and you rewatch your story 1,000 times to see who's liking it, who's not liking it. Dude, you're not mysterious at all. You're trying to LARP being mysterious, but you're not mysterious at all. And honestly, you shouldn't want to be mysterious. You know, I very much understand the appeal of, oh, this guy's like rich and he doesn't work a normal job and he's all mysterious and he has his privacy. I totally understand that. But at some point, you got to come back to reality. You got to leave your ego at the door and you got to come back to reality. That's not you. Okay? That's not you. Stop being mysterious. Stop trying to act mysterious. Just post content. Hard post. Post on TikTok. Post on Instagram. Post on YouTube. Release the song. Show behind the scenes. Show yourself in the process of creating, because you know what? That's going to make you way more interesting than trying to LARP mysteriousness. Like you got to leave your ego at the door. You got to touch base with reality. You got to come back to earth. And you know, not a lot of people live on earth anymore. But that's a video for another time. And you know, this whole like acting mysterious mindset, it's not even just in music or in art or in content. People are like, "Oh yeah, don't text back too fast." Like you see the notification pop up on your phone screen and you're not busy. "Oh yeah, just let it sit there for a while. Don't text back too fast." Because I want to seem like I'm busy even though I'm not, and I'm just doom scrolling on my phone and hitting the vape and, you know, literally doing nothing. It's like, okay, dude, you're not him. You're not that guy. Oh, don't let people know that you're interested. Don't reveal too much. Don't show your emotions. It's like, bro, you're not who you're trying to be. You're not fooling anybody. If you are trying to act mysterious in 2026, you are shooting yourself in the foot. You are failing before you ever actually give it a chance. You're not mysterious, bro. I keep saying it, but I really need to hammer in this point. You are just afraid of posting. You are afraid of showing yourself off. You're not mysterious. Also, confidence is not mystery. Somebody who's confident is like, yeah, I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to post. I'm going to post this video. I'm going to post this song. I don't care who likes it. I'm going to put myself out there and I don't care. That's what confidence is. And I'm not even some like confidence glazer, honestly. Like I'm not even really that confident of a person, but like in my opinion, and whenever I see somebody trying to act mysterious, like trying to LARP being mysterious, that's just like, okay, this person doesn't really, they're just insecure and they're afraid to post. Like if you're trying hard, really hard to act mysterious and to seem interesting, like you're probably not that interesting. You'd be far more interesting if you would just post. If you would just put yourself out there, put your content out there because dude, I guarantee you if you stop acting mysterious and you just post and you just put yourself out there, you'll probably have a much higher return on investment than taking these performative pictures and never hard posting, only posting to your story, never committing to anything. Because, a lot of this like performative, mysterious stuff, it's just not committing. They don't want to commit to anything. Oh, well, if I never put myself out there, then I never have to commit. Yeah, you're just afraid to commit. You're afraid to go all in. That's why you want to act mysterious. You're afraid to go all in. And if you're just like the type of person that values your privacy, you don't want to be online, you just want to live like a normal life and you don't want to post because that's just how you genuinely feel, well, that's not being mysterious. You're just not an online person. You just don't want to be in the space. You don't want to be in the digital web along with everybody else. And that's fine. I'm not ragging on that at all. What I really am annoyed with and what I really don't like, though, is this whole, like, everybody just wants to be Cardi. Everybody just thinks that they're Playboy Cardi. Everybody just wants to LARP and they just want to act mysterious. Nobody wants to hard post. People spend an hour, picking out the song for their story. Nobody, like, and I understand, like, wanting to make a cool story post. I totally get it. Like, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, you can't sit around all day dreaming about something and then be like, well, I'm just going to act mysterious and it's just going to magically fall into my lap. I don't have to do the work like all these other guys. I'm just going to jump straight to being mysterious. It's like, dude, you haven't earned the right to be mysterious yet. Frank Ocean can disappear for a year, 2 years at a time. He can go and disappear, never make a peep, and people are going to be on his subreddit and places dedicated to him on the internet, and they're going to be like, oh, I wonder what Frank's doing. Bro, what's Frank up to? Where's Frank? Where's Frank? Come back, Frank, because Frank already made something of himself. Same thing with Cardi. Cardi wasn't mysterious in the beginning. At the start of Cardi's career, he was like going on Instagram Live, acting a fool. He was doing interviews. He was posting on Instagram. He was posting very frequently. He was getting motion. He was putting himself out there. The mysterious stuff didn't come until way after he was already established. People want to skip levels. People are too afraid of being embarrassed. They're like, oh, well, I just want to be mysterious and I just want to be in the shadows. And the people who really like me will just gravitate towards me and they'll come to me. It's like, dude, you're living in a delusional fantasy. You need to come back down to reality. If you don't want to make online content, and you don't care and you just want to work a normal job and whatever, that's fine. But for the rest of you, you need to quit with the acting mysterious stuff because it's just holding you back in so many ways. You're just finding another way to procrastinate. You're scared of posting. You're scared of being seen. You're scared of putting yourself out there. And it's like, you know what? I get it, dude. Trust me, I get it. It is kind of nerve-wracking, but you got to get over it. At some point, you got to get over it. You got to get over this whole, like, trying to act mysterious thing, dude. That method has been patched for a long time, and it was never available to people like you. I'm just letting you know. It was never available to people like you. You're not a Nepo baby. You're not Playboy Cardi, you're not Frank Ocean. Like you can't just act mysterious and then, like, it's several years later and I'm not where I want to be. Yeah, because you were too busy trying to be something that you weren't. So stop acting mysterious. Like you're shooting yourself in the foot.